Oh my God, I hit my head on the damn. Really? Like, of all the things you could do, bro. Come on, dog. Come on now, dog.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Bro, power's off. I'll do this again. What's up, man? Welcome back to the vlog and to this video. Today we're kind of hitting the road. We are going to Savannah, Georgia. I'm just getting everything ready, getting my iPad and stuff for notes because we are headed today to a showcase of some sort for the speaker manufacturer L-Acoustics. It's going to be down in Savannah. We're going to be traveling by road from Atlanta. And it's a free event, so I want you to come along with me and let's see what L-Acoustics has in store for us on this one. So let's hit the road. Let's go. All right, so we're all gassed up. We are ready to hit the road. We're actually on the road already. It's about a 4-hour drive. It's 3.5 hours from where I am. I just dropped my brother off at the airport. He came to visit me for a couple of days, and yeah, we're heading down to Savannah, Georgia, which is a coastal town in the state of Georgia, driving all the way from Atlanta. So we are probably going to experience a little bit more of the deep, deep south, if that makes sense. If you know the map of the state of Georgia, you'll know that we're heading southeast, almost to the border of Florida, the Georgia-Florida border. So yeah, I've never been past the city of Macon in Georgia, going south. So this should be a fun trip. Let's kind of see what the state looks like on the south side of the state, and also have some fun at this L-Acoustics event. So basically, the L-Acoustics team is in Savannah, Georgia, and they're showcasing their more recent loudspeaker PA, which is called the LISA, L-I-S-A. It's an acronym. I don't remember exactly what that means, but we'll find out once we get there. It's a new type of array system that they have released. So I'm excited to hear it. I'm excited to see it, and I'm excited to see a friend of mine who's new to L-Acoustics, who came over from DPA, Alan Johnson, and he's going to be there, so we'll get a chance to talk to him. I think he's head of House of Worship division at L-Acoustics, so we'll get to meet him, we'll get to see him, we'll get to talk to him and some of the other team members of the L-Acoustics team, which is one of my favorite loudspeaker companies in the entire world. They're French-based, and they have amazing, amazing products. If I had my choice as a front of house engineer on a tour, I'd probably go with L-Acoustics. So you've seen them on some of my vlogs before. The Marley brothers used L-Acoustics. Who else was using L-Acoustics last year? Let me think. It was, oh my gosh, who was it? Oh, Maverick City. Maverick City used L-Acoustics on their rig as well. And Burna Boy uses L-Acoustics as well. So if you haven't seen those, check that out, and you can see what rigs are out there. But this is, like I said, a more recent deployment of a new type of array system, and we'll get to learn more once we get there. So let's enjoy the view, and let's hit the road. Oh my gosh, guys, we made it to Savannah, Georgia. Welcome to Savannah. All right, we are just pulling up at the Johnny Mercer Theater. This is where the event is happening. So I'm gonna find a parking spot and yeah, get myself settled in, get registered, and figure out exactly what's happening. So let's go inside and see what's going on. All right, we're here at the Johnny Mercer Theater. I literally don't even know where I'm going, but I guess we'll figure it out once we get inside. I'm probably gonna have to go through security, so let's see. All right, here's the entrance. Boom, boom, boom. How you doing? Here for the L-Acoustics demo? On the other side? Okay, thank you. Cool. So it's on the other side, I guess where these guys are over here. Somewhere down there. So let's go see. But yeah, man, first time in Savannah, Georgia. Never been here before. Can I go? Oh, right here? Oh, great. Okay, it's not that far. My bad, y'all. Thank you. Are you security on both sides?
You have any lighters, vape, pocket knives?
No, just my camera and my iPad.
Pockets.
Boom, 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 boom. What's in here? Oh, gum and phone. Okay, thank you. Yes.
There's a doorway all the way to the end of it.
Okay.
You enter it.
Thank you. Appreciate it. All right, we're in. Let's do this. I'm excited for this showcase. So let's see how this goes, man. Really want to see what this is like. Oh, it's pretty dark in here. Wow. I don't even know if you guys can see. It is dark, but yeah. This is the building. How you doing? Is there a registration or anything? No? Okay. All right, y'all. I don't even think you can see me. It's so dark in here. But I guess they'll turn the lights up once we get started. But I kind of wanted to show you what the PA is going to look like. Let's go up on stage and say hi to the guys real quick. See if they're okay with it. Hi guys.
Hey,
how are you?
how you doing?
I'm good. I'm Byron.
Byron, Josh.
Josh, nice to meet you.
James.
James, nice to meet you. First question I needed to ask you, is it okay if I film the PA that you're demoing today? Okay. And the second question is Alan Johnson going to be here today? He's here somewhere? Okay.
Right there.
Oh, there he is. Alan. How are you, man?
Good, sir. How
Good to finally meet you in person.
I know.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
This is Alan, my friend. First time meeting him in person. He's been my friend on Instagram for a little while, so
I
we'll get a
actually
chance
exist
to
for real.
yeah, we'll get a chance to talk to him after the presentation. I'm really looking forward to it, man.
So
good to see you, man. Good to see you. Oh, this is nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little swag, a little bit of swag and some goodies.
Oh, some swag. Oh, nice.
Permanent markers.
Look at this, guys. Nice.
Some flashlights.
Everything L-Acoustics branded. This is why I told you this is my favorite PA brand. Nice. And of course the snacks and goodies. Beautiful. Thank you, Alan and team, for putting this on for us.
Dedication to innovation, product design excellence. We want to shape the future of sound. We are a holistic ecosystem. So we develop the software that's used to employ our loudspeaker systems. We develop the electronics that are used in terms of the amplification and all that sort of thing, and the processors that we'll talk about today.
All right, so we'll dive into a track here, and I'll let you hear it in mixed in Eliza first, and that's where I'd encourage you, as Josh said, get up, walk around, take a note of where different things are spatialized to do. Some people close their eyes and imagine the band on stage. So let's get right into that, and then we'll break down the elements of the mix and talk about some of the parameters we use to create this mix.
All right, just like he said, we're gonna take a walk and listen to the PA. It's spatial immersive sound. So this is new-ish to live PA. So let's listen and get a perspective. Said that if you go behind this PA, you shouldn't be able to hear anything. So let's try that. How is it? Is it quiet? Yo, it is so quiet behind the PA. Look at where I am. I'm literally just like, I'm literally under the PA and it's quiet. What? Yeah. That's crazy. It's so quiet behind here. Man, let me show you. Look. That's where the PA is, right there. I'm literally under the PA. And you can't hear any, you can literally hear my voice as clear as day. That's insane. That's insane. Listen to this. I'm about to walk down the stairs. Watch. Watch this. That's crazy.
That, of course, was the lovely Nora Jones, and that was recorded at Red Rocks Live. Getting a little bit more in depth to the parameters that we have to spatialise. First one being pan. We all know what that is. In a stereo system, we use that comprehensively. And no different in a laser. So we'll demonstrate this with the Leslie that you heard in that track, isolated. And as Josh mentioned, we're able to pan across this scene system with very, very minimal tonal shift, if any at all. So let's have a listen to that now. As Josh mentioned, we are covering all of this venue with all of these speakers that you see in the air. So finally, we actually have the freedom to pan in the stereo system. We have to be a little bit careful about how much we pan things based on the audience experience. All right, next up, we have our distance parameter. And at the very bottom of the grey area, think of that as the closest distance that you could have to your perspective. And when we go up to the top of the screen, that's when we have the furthest distance away from us. Now, this parameter is directly linked to our room engine. And you'll notice in this example, as we move an object further away from the closest position to us, it sounds like it's actually going further away from us, and depending on what room engine preset we have, we hear that room engine excite as we do that. So we'll hear the snare right now, and take a listen to what that sounds like. Next big one that Josh talked about was unmasking, and we're going to hear this with the piano and the vocal. Typically, these two inputs would, cover the same frequency range in a lot of areas, and just by moving them with the band, we can unmask those signals and do less processing on our channel strips and provide a much more natural sonic experience for the end listener. So let's have a listen to that.
Oh, my head, get out. Please just let me go now. Please just let me go. Would you please just let me go now?
So I think that's a pretty clear example of how that works, and obviously when we're building a mix, we're doing that over and over and over again. Another way that we can listen to this is with elements that have low-end information, typically a kick and a bass. We're always trying to carve out space for one versus the other, and we'll have a listen to that in this track. When spatializing there. We're going to move on to building the rest of the drum kit now and the rest of the mix. So we'll move through this relatively quickly, but we're just doing all of those processes over and over again. So let's hear the drums. And with the bass guitar. In Elisa, we have the ability to group objects together and move them all as a whole. So we're going to see this here now and move the drum kit over to stage left. Great. We'll position the lead vocal now. Typically that's in the centre. And we can utilise the same tools that we use in stereo mixing for vocals. Typically we'd use a bunch of different effects to surround the vocal, and it's no different here. So in this case we're using a slap delay and we're keeping it nice and close to the vocalist. It's adding to the tonal quality of the vocal, but it's maintaining the position of the performer, and then we'll add some other effects that are more ambiguous, some reverbs and some time delays, and those can actually enhance our panorama, so we'll hear that now.
Oh, my head, get out. Please just let me go now. Please just let me go.
All right, guys, I got two for the price of one. I told you that I was going to get Alan Johnson here, who's my buddy, who I just met for the first time physically. And Preston Russ is here from L-Acoustics as well. So, guys, how you been, man?
Great, man.
Yeah,
thanks for coming out.
It's really good. It's really, really good to meet both of you here. You were a surprise. I knew Alan was going to be here, but it's nice to meet you guys.
You
I was just telling my audience that L-Acoustics is my favorite PA brand. No question about that. I mean,
You're our favorite Byron.
That's right.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So kind of give us a little breakdown of what we were presenting, what you guys were presenting to us today, if you don't mind.
Yeah, so we had a L2D Elisa system. So Elisa is our hyperreal, just immersive mixing, object-based mixing platform. L Series is our newest product in the line source family. And so, essentially one L2 module or L2D module is equivalent in performance metrics to about 4K2 or roughly 7 to 8 Cara. And so a lot of the things that we kind of took a step back and wanted to, evaluate in the market was obviously just ease of deployment. So as you probably noticed in there with L series, there's no inner cabinet angle like a standard, variable curvature rig. Also just, optimizing, driver density, maximizing phase relationships, and maximizing just, consistency, across the audience plane with auto filter. And then just also having active cardioid. And so, combine that all into one, in one element, and then also introduce Elisa, and it's stunning results.
Yeah, the Elisa blew my mind. I mean, like I was telling Alan and some of the guys inside, I was on the anti-immersive audio train for a long time, but this has brought me closer and closer to convincing me that this is actually a real thing, it's here to stay, and it's something that's actually can work in reality.
It's funny, I was, won't say names, I was talking to one of our partners over the week, or last week, and we just had another immersive room. It's a A15 Elisa room come online last week, and I was asking the guys, how did it go? And he said, man, I got the best feedback and the best compliment I could have ever received. He said the venue TD, or the maybe House of Worship TD, was on a podcast talking about how immersive audio is a trend, it's a fad, it's not here to stay.
Right.
And he said the guy found me after the first service and said, I'm eating my words. He said this is the best thing I've ever mixed on. And it's the most, just natural thing that we've experienced as a congregation. So
that's crazy. Alan, do you want to talk a little bit about
it's kind of something that I said towards the end of the presentation. I think a lot of people who may be anti-immersive, maybe the experience that they've had has been one that's not natural. It's very easy when new technology comes online to ask yourself, what can I do? Let's take this guitar and spin it around in circles and fly it overhead. And that might be great if you're doing like an electric guitar solo for Cirque du Soleil, and it works fantastic because it matches what you're experiencing. But in a lot of our houses of worship, maybe minus Christmas or something like that, that's not what the normal experience is. So the approach that we like to take with our Elisa system is really just broadening up what that experiential canvas is. And so instead of like thinking through like a left-right mix, you're getting 5 points to do that frontal system. And so you're able to move things around in a natural way that really just reflects what you're seeing on stage to break down that barrier that the congregation is experiencing so that they can be a part of it.
Well, and even in the same vein, on that front, it also goes back to the input side as well. So a colleague of mine always says audio is kind of like food. Generally, the less processed it is, the better it is.
Yes.
And like Alan was saying, as we expand that canvas and expand that mix environment, how often on stereo rigs or dual monitor rigs do we get behind a console and we find ourselves either, adding a low shelf or a high shelf just to get that, synthesizer, that keys track or whatever, poke a little bit more, or we have competing tones in the guitar ranges or vocal ranges, so on and so forth. Being able to actually take that canvas, expand it, and place objects to where they are relative to take care. Within the mix, we're finding ourselves applying less EQ, and kind of getting back just to the fundamentals of proper mic placement and everything from there.
I mean, even with the examples that you played today, like I could tell they're just raw files and they sounded incredible across the PA system. So question is the Elisa system something you can integrate across your entire product line in terms of PA right now?
It is,
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, and one of the fascinating things is, and a lot of more of our kind of marquee installs or larger installs, we also have a series of auditoria systems as well. And so auditoria, that's generally a smaller, more compact Elisa system. I'm talking like X8s or, in some applications X6i or 5XT even, to create that frontal sync system that Alan was talking about, utilizing another low frequency element like SB10 or KS21 or Siva Low, et cetera. So folks are actually able to then create their Elisa mixes on, an auditoria system at their leisure and then scale that up to a broader, larger format Elisa system as well.
Nice.
Because I think the nice thing about the L-Acoustics platform is that you're not buying for box. You're buying for that reference sound. So the boxes kind of choose themselves for what that application is and what that room looks like. And no matter what it is, whether it's a small space or a large arena, we're delivering that same reference quality sound no matter, like throughout the whole box range.
You're buying SPL.
I love that. I have this is more of a technical question, and maybe that's something we can get into in another interview. But I noticed with the panning situation where you can move either a group of instruments or one individual instrument across the entire array or the immersive spectrum from left to right. I hate to use that word because we're talking about immersiveness. For a front of house mixer, what does that mean? Does that mean that we need an extra hand to start doing things on the Elisa system, or is that something that's integrated within the console? How does that integration work? That's something that I wasn't too clear about.
Yeah, so there's multiple ways you can approach that. At the end of the day, obviously a lot of our front of house engineers, still like to have a Elisa controller window up, so they can look at, effects or see where objects are moving or just kind of cross-reference, where they are in the sound field. But at the end of the day, with a lot of the leading console manufacturers, we have what's called Desk Link. So it's integrated control.
Wow.
Right now, that integrated control is on Digico SD series and Quantum series, the Avid SXL platform, Yamaha Rivage, SSL, and then for other third parties, we have OSC commands and OSC controls, so you can integrate a Stream Deck or anything like that. Fire macros.
That was actually where I was kind of going with that as well. Oh, very interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Any final words?
Man, thank you for coming out. Alan and I are both here to be a resource, however, so if you or anybody that's watching this video wants to learn more, we're happy to just reach out.
Oh, yes. So I will share the QR code to download the Elisa Studio. Elisa Studio. It's free, I assume?
Yes. So Elisa Studio is a free download that you can get for your computer, and it allows you to use your computer processes the audio, but you're able to mix your tracks from your DAW in our Elisa Studio, whether you're on a plane, a train, at home, whatever the case is. It basically bends it down to a binaural mix for your headphones, and you can start to understand how your mix would be done in that platform without having to get all of the hardware.
That's pretty awesome. I'm going to leave that link in the description so you guys can download that and check it out. I think it's super incredible. I'm going to be working on that as well. Is there any specialized training that you need to have from L-Acoustics to work on this Elisa system?
Certainly. So, we've got volunteers across the country mixing on it, in house and worship environments weekly. And funny enough, a lot of the feedback that we get is it's actually easier to start volunteers off mixing, in Elisa or using a Elisa controller, just because it's a visual representation of what you're hearing. So think about it if you're dealing with like a church volunteer, that might be a doctor or somebody like that during the week. Try to explain a 2 dB fader movement or something like that might be a little bit tough to convey. But if you can say, hey, when so-and-so walks out of the choir loft, takes a solo mic, and is ready for the solo, bring that solo mic forward and center, And so it's that visual representation of what you're hearing and what you're reinforcing.
Nice.
So all of that said, there's a very healthy learning curve there. But we also do offer a lot of education platforms. So if you check out our website, L-Acoustics.com, click on the education tab, and there's multiple, systems engineer tracks and object-based mixing or Elisa tracks that you can find out more.
Nice. Gentlemen, thank you so much for your time and for this interview.
Absolutely.
I appreciate it. It was so good to meet you all. Yo, guys, man, I can't believe what I just heard, man. This L-Acoustics system was crazy good. I hope the footage that I captured was good. But man, like, I'm just blown away, man. Like, I was like an like I was telling Alan, I don't even have the words to say. I was an anti-immersive audio guy, especially in live, for a long time, because obviously I just imagined that the experiences would be terrible. But man, I can't believe the sound quality of immersive audio from L-Acoustics. It's crazy good. Man, I hope that you heard what I heard on camera, because there's nothing like being there in person. Hold on a second. The rejection on the back of that PA was second to none. I was literally, as you saw, standing right under the PA like this, and it was dead quiet. That's impressive. And then of course the Lisa system, the Lisa system is crazy. That's their immersive audio system, as you heard. Bro, the stuff that you can do with that is insane. I am a believer. I'm definitely a believer. It was a quick show. It was only an hour long, but I was able to meet the team. It was good to meet Alan and Preston. What a surprise. So shout out to you, L-Acoustics team, Alan, Preston, and the rest of the guys that were here, Josh. Man, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having us here. We really appreciate it. And good luck to you guys. And guys, don't forget, like and subscribe to this channel. love this video, or like it, because you can't love it on YouTube. And share this video too, man. Like, I'm looking at my analytics, and a lot of people who watch my videos are still not subscribed to my channel. So please, guys, if you see this video, subscribe to the channel, and let's grow this community of audio engineers and audio producers and audiophiles, whatever you are in audio. Let's grow this community together, and I'll continue to bring you high quality content on this channel. So for now, I'm heading back to Atlanta so that I can get back in good time, and I will see you definitely on the next one.